All right, welcome back, everybody. I miss you today, asynchronous, right? Hey, before you get started on your pizzazz worksheet, let's make sure you got all the answers right on your homework, right? Let's check it out. So we left you, I spent a good 5 minutes reviewing how ratios work. Okay, remember, write it in words first. Right? Copy the question, right? But simplify. If they're saying red to green, write the words red to green. Then you just go find the number that goes with red, find the number that goes with green. And when you do that, you catch yourself from making mistakes. Here it says red dots to all, okay? It's very easy to assume they mean red to the rest or red to the green or the blue, right? But if you write the words, then you really have a much, much better chance of getting it correctly because you're going to go say, is that all? Is that red? Is that green? Is that blue? Okay? Take that time. It's just a little bit extra time writing those words, but you're much, much more likely to get it right. Okay? All right. So we left you with trying to figure out 4-80, right? And 4-80, we talk about Richie and Bethany were playing basketball. Who kind of made the most free throws, right? A ratio comparing the number of free throws that he made to the number that he missed. Okay, so made to missed. And again, I just got done telling you, write it in words first. On A, I wrote down made to tried, right? Write a ratio comparing the number of free throws he made to the number of free throws he missed. Okay, that's a different question. Aren't you glad that we double checked, right? Made to miss. Now, if he made 12 out of 15, how many did he miss? 3. So the ratio of made to missed is 12 to 3. And again, you can write it the 3 different ways with the colon. And the third way, I'm writing equals here, is 12 over 3. Now, when you see 12 over 3, you realize that's the same as 4 over 1. So for every 4 he made, he missed 1. Now, Bethany made 8 free throws for every 3 she missed. So hers, okay, and again, I did to tried, okay, she made to missed 8, to missed is 3. So made to missed is 8 to 3. 8 to 3 is the same as 8 to 3 is the same as 8 colon 3, and you'd say it the same way. All right. Now, if this is 4 to 1, if I double the top and bottom, that's 8 for every 2 he missed. Hers is 8 for every 3 she missed. Okay, so every time she shot 8, she missed 3. Every time he shot 8, he only missed 2. He had a slightly better percentage of makes, right? And how do you do that? Well, 8 over 2 is greater than 8 over 3. Okay? All right. Let's pause this for a second. Okay, so this next one again, a checkpoint problem. 4-81 is a checkpoint problem. Now, what does that mean? That's a special problem that they definitely want to make sure you know how to do those. And because it's so important to them to make sure you understand it, you can go find checkpoint answers and problems in the back. All right. So starting on page 478, you got checkpoint for chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4. So it's pretty much saying in chapter 4, these are the most important things you got to learn how to do, adding these mixed numbers and subtracting these mixed numbers with unlike denominators often. Okay, how do you do that? Okay, and it goes through and shows you how to do all those. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and do it again so you can actually see a video of it and don't just read it. But your first thing is you have to find a common denominator. Okay, so I have halves and thirds. I need to find a number that they both go into, 2 and 3, and that's going to be 6. Okay, now I did 2 times 3, so I got to go 1 times 3. 1/2 is the same as 3/6. I did 3 times 2. I got to go 2 times 2. 2/3 is the same as 4/6. Now 3/6 plus 4 more 6, that's a total of 7/6. 5 and 4 is 9. Now you wouldn't leave your answer as 9 and 7/6. Why? Looks kind of weird, huh? Because it's improper. All right. I'm going to use 6 of those 7/6 to make one more and make that 10. And if I use 6 of them, 7 minus 6, I have 1 left. So 10 and 1/6 is the correct answer. Now, if we're smart, and oftentimes we are, we do smart things, we should go back to those checkpoint problems and see, is that the correct answer, 10 and 1/6? And it is. Good. Now, I don't want to look ahead and see what the next answer is, because then I'm not really double checking. Okay? So the next one, I have 1 and 5/6, 2 and 1/5, 6 and 5. Closest, the smallest number that they both go into is 30, right? I know that because they're 1 apart, 5 and 6, right? So whenever that's the case, 17 and 18, the smallest number they both go into is 17 times 18. So 30. 6 times 5, I go 5 times 5. That's the same as 25 30ths. 5 times 6, I go 1 times 6. Now I have 25 plus 6 is 31 30ths. I'm going to write that below all these big dots. And 1 and 2 is 3. Again, improper. I'm going to use 30 of those 30ths to make one more whole and say that's 4. When I use 30, I got 1 left. 4 and 1/30th. Let's go double check our work. Checkpoint 7. I want checkpoint 4. I'm going to go ahead and put a little marker here so it's easier to find. 4 and 1/30th. That's what we got. Let's put a box around our problem, a box around all our work, box around our answer, box around all our work. All right, and I'm going to have a big box around all the work here. Okay, 3rds and 5ths, 15ths. 3 times 5, 1 times 5. 5/15ths is the same as 1/3. 5 times 3 is 15, so 1 times 3. Now 5 minus 3 equals 2/15ths, and 9 minus 4 is 5. 5 and 2/15ths. Let's see if I got the right answer. 5 and 2/15ths. Boom. All right. Okay, next problem, 10 minus 8 2/3. Now that looks weird. Now the most popular wrong answer for this is people just bring that 2/3 down and 10 minus 8. That is wrong. What did I do wrong? Well, I just brought the 2/3 down. I'm supposed to subtract the 2/3 from something. Now, right now, I have 0/3 next to the 10. I need some thirds, so I'm going to borrow. I borrow 1 whole. Don't put a 1 there because I borrowed 1 whole, and 1 whole is not equal to 10/3, which is what would happen if I put a 1 there, right? I borrowed 1 whole. How many thirds is equal to 1 whole? Hopefully you're saying same number on the top and the bottom, right? 3/3. Now, so I'm going to change that to 3/3. I had 0. Now I have 3. Okay. Now, what did I really do there? I rewrote 10 as 9 and 3/3. Same thing, right? Now I can subtract. 3/3 minus 2/3 is 1/3, and 9 minus 8 is 1. Put a box around my answer, a big box around my problem. Let's go back and double check since we can. If we can, we want to do that, right? 1 and 1/3. Boom. Okay. All right. If you've been doing the warm-ups, these next problems are easy, right? We already figured it out. This is x plus 1 plus x. That's the same as 2x's, right? X plus x is the same as 2 times x plus 1, right? So I have 2x. And then when you got done with all these on 483, they said go back and substitute. I'm not going to do that yet. I'm just saying my answer for 4-82A is 2x plus 1. Okay, what's B? M plus M plus M, right? What's another way of saying M plus M plus M? What's 7 plus 7 plus 7? 3 times 7, right? So this is 3 times M plus 5, and in 8th grade, you're going to write just 3M plus 5. That means 3 times M. Okay, box around my answer. Y plus 2 plus Y plus 2. That's 2 Y's plus 2 2's. 2 2's is the same as 4. Okay, box around my answer. Now 4-83, it's saying go back to those problems, and for x, you're going to say x is 4.5. So that's what I did. I showed you that yesterday, right? 2 times 4.5. I'm going to substitute. 2 times 4.5 is 9, and 9 plus 1 is 10. Okay? So 2 times 4.5. All right, 2 eighths and 2 halves. 8 and 2 halves is 9. 9 plus 1 is 10. Okay? Now, B, all right, I'm going to find the length of the segment in B if M equals 4. So I'm going to go back and say M equals 4 here, right? 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 5, or 3 times 4 plus 5. 3 times 4 is 12 plus 5, 17. 3M plus 5, 3 times 4 plus 5, 17. And C, now I'm going to say Y is 5.5. So I'm going, remember it's 2Y plus 4. 2 times 5.5, that's 2 5s and 2 5/10ths, which is 10 plus 5 10/10ths is 1 whole, plus 4, 11 and 4, 15 on that one. Okay? All right, already on the last one. 5 and 8/19. Now I got to go 19 times 5. That's almost 20 times 5, 100. How much less? It's 1 times 5 less. 5, 100 minus 5. 19 times 5 is 95. Now I got to add that 8. 95 plus 8 is 103 19ths. Okay? 17 eighths, I divide 8 into 17. That goes twice. That's 16. And remember, your remainder is going to go on top. And your divisor, what was on the bottom, goes on the bottom. It's 2 and 1/8. Okay? 7 and 7/15. Remember, it's a C method. Giant C. And it's 15 times 7. Okay? That's 7/10 is 70. 7/5 is 35. 70 and 35 is 5 times 17. That's 105 plus that 7. It's a total of 112 15ths. Okay? 5 into 19 goes 4 times. Whoops, not 4 times. That'd be 20, huh? Goes 3 times. 3 times 5 is 15. Your remainder goes on top. What was on the bottom goes on the bottom. 3 and 4/5. Now, check this out before you go. If I wanted to double check and I didn't have these answers in the back, I can go reverse what I did. Right? Divide the bottom into the top. 103 into 19. Okay, it should go 5 times with 8 left over. Okay, here, C method. All right, 5 times 3 is 15, plus 4 is 19 over 5. That's where we started. 8 times 2 is 16, plus 1 is 17 over 8. That's where we started. All right, divide the bottom into the top. 15 into 12. It's going to go 6 times with 7 left over, hopefully. Right? All right, if I did it right. Just going to double check. Yeah, that's right. Okay, very cool. Hope you did well. Have fun on that pizzazz today. Love those directions.